Alright, I'm also ready to go. I'm going to head into North Corel now. And we came here before. We talked to the people here, so some of the conversations will be a little bit, should be a little bit easier. But if you haven't come here before, if you didn't come here when we first entered this area after we got through the Mithril Mines, you would be forced to have the conversations now that we would have had back then. So if you're just now seeing this episode and you're curious about the conversations that you have here that you won't see in this episode because I've already had them, go back to probably one of the, I'd say maybe episode 30, 35, something like that. I'm not really sure which one it was. You have to go back to an earlier episode to see what the conversations would be like. But since we already had the conversations, we're just going to go right up this ladder here. If Sid will actually get on the ladder, here we go. And we just need to go right up here. And let me check out and see how much money I've got. I've got 161,000 gil. I should have enough for this. Alright, let's go up the stairs here. Talk to this guy right here. If you lose here, it's over. Alright. You can say, okay, ready, hear more, or wait, hear more. He'll explain pretty much what the battles are going to be like, what's going on. If you've been keeping up with the battles throughout the game, you may have noticed that you will gain more and more units. When you first come here, and if you do the first battle that's available when you first come to Fort Condor, you'll only have like a small select set of units, I think maybe 5 or 6 units. As you progress through and do more battles at Fort Condor, you get some more units available to you. At this point, if this is the final battle at Fort Condor, you'll get all the units available to you. Sorry about that. Had an interrupting phone call. As I was trying to say, you'll have the maximum amount of units available to you here. I didn't explain this in great detail. What you have to do here is essentially you're doing an RTS battle. For those of you who are unfamiliar with RTS, think of games like StarCraft, Warcraft, Command and Conquer. If you're not familiar with those games by title, go look them up. That'll explain what they are. Basically what it is, it's a top-down view. You're going to be controlling units and giving them commands, and those units are going to be doing all the fighting for you. You're going to be attacking the enemy and defeating the enemy and trying to keep your base alive. Our base being this building here. You don't have to do any base building as far as constructing structures. You'll only be placing and building, recruiting units. So, like I said, what you'll be doing up to this point, you'll have the maximum number of units here. I hope what I was trying to say before the phone call interrupted me. Didn't make me forget exactly what I wanted to get to. But this is the final battle here. Once this fight is over, you won't be fighting any more battles here at Fort Condor. So I'm going to say, okay, ready, and we're going to do it. It's going to cost you, enemy numbers more than ever before. It's going to cost your own guild in order to place the units. So here's how it works. Okay, this structure here, this is the hut where we are right now. This is what the building we just left, or that we were in when we were talking to that guy. We can't let any units of the enemy side get up here. If they do, we lose. So what we're going to do is this entire mountain here, well, the entire brown part of the mountain, essentially, we can put units, anywhere on this brown part of the mountain to a certain point. As you see, I tried to put a unit here. A red line appears and the buzzer sounds, telling you can't put units there. That line will eventually move down the map as our units move down the map. The enemy is going to come down from the bottom, and they're going to work their way up toward the top. All they're trying to do is get to this building. Once they reach this building, it's mission failed. And as far as I know, it's not game over. In this battle, it's not game over. I know that for sure. In previous battles, I don't know because I've never done any battles outside of Fort Condor or at Fort Condor outside of this particular battle here. So I can't say for certain. All right, so we're going to put our units down. Let's go ahead and just put one right here to start. Our finger is obviously the cursor. And these are the choices of units we have. We have fighters, attackers, defenders, shooters, repairs, workers, stoners, Not those kind of stoners. Actual, they actually roll stones. Tri-stoner, so he's three times as stoned. I'm going to at least say that joke once. Catapult and fire catapult. Obviously, these units here, the fighter, attacker, defender, shooter, repairer, and worker, they're mobile units. They can be moved around. Stoners, tri-stoners, catapults, and fire catapults are basically like turrets. They're stationary units. Once they're placed, they won't move. You turn them one way or another, and that's where they'll stay. And they'll just continuously fire their whatever projectile they have over and over again in that arc. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. But as you can see, we also have they each have a certain amount of HP, attack, and range, obviously. And the fighter is pretty much a neutral unit. As you can see, regular unit, no weaker opponents, no stronger opponents. So it's a balanced unit. It won't be easily destroyed by anything, nor will it easily kill any target either. Attackers, on the other hand, these guys have 180 HP, so they have a little less HP, a little less attack, and same range, but they are fast moving. As you can see, moves fast, beats the beast, which is the four-legged creature we see here. That's one of the type of enemies we encounter, are beasts, and loses to barbarian. The barbarian is the taller, walking-looking guy on the right. So, in a one-on-one fight against a beast, it will beat a beast every time. But in a one-on-one fight against a barbarian, it will lose. So obviously you have to. It's kind of almost like a rock paper scissors kind of thing, where you got like one enemy is strong against this enemy or weak against another, where this enemy is strong against this enemy, weak against another. It's the same basic principle. So you got to balance your units to what's coming. Defender, as you can see, has the most HP, so that's the bench has the highest HP, has the highest attack of these three that we've looked at so far, but also only has a range of 1. Beats the Barbarian, so what this loses to, this defeats, but loses to the Wyvern. And you see the Wyvern is a flying unit that you see on the right-hand side of the screen there. So again, in a one-on-one fight, it'll beat a Barbarian, but lose to a Wyvern. Shooters are the only ranged units you have outside of the structures. It's the only ranged mobile unit, I guess you could say. It has 160 HP and 20 attack, and has a range of 1 to 3, basically 1 to 3 tiles. And tile being you just imagine a grid on the screen, and just imagine that it can shoot up to 3 tiles. It can shoot from afar, as you can see, beats the Wyvern, but loses to a beast. So as you can see, it's like I said, it's a rock paper scissors thing, where the attacker can beat a beast, the shooter will lose to a beast. Where the defender will lose to a Wyvern, the shooter can beat a Wyvern. So you see how that works. You have repairers, which can repair an ally, and it says low power. What that means is when it attacks, it only attacks with attacking power of 10, which you can see is a lot less than any other unit, and has a range of only 1. But it's designed to just repair units. So what it does is it goes around to different units, whether it's a mobile unit or a structure, and if it's taking damage, it can repair it. Kind of obviously it's called a repairer. And you've got a worker, has 160 HP, has 15 attacks, so if it gets attacked, it won't do much damage either, and it's only got a range of 1 also, but it can set a bomb. So, and it's essentially just like it says, you place the bomb, enemy comes near it, goes off, explodes, they take damage. Now, since it says can set a bomb, again, I've never used these workers, so I can't say for sure exactly how they work, but since it says can set a bomb, but not a mine, I would think that's two different things. So I would think you set a bomb, after a certain amount of time, it's going to explode. So if there's any enemies near it, if there's not any enemies near it, it's going to explode, nothing's going to happen. As opposed to if it being a mine, it will only explode if an enemy gets near it. That would be my thinking. I could be wrong on that. It may set a bomb, it may actually act like a mine. I don't know for sure. And then of course you've got, like I said, the defensive structures. Stoners can roll a stone. None of the structures can move, but as you can see, it has a longer range than the shooters. It has 100 HP, 20 attack damage, but it has a range of 4 instead of just 1. The tri-stoners can roll up to 3 stones at a time, and they actually kind of go they're actually wider in their attack range than just 1 stone, where 1 stone has like this much range, 3 stones has a wider tile range essentially, and they'll go, as you can see, 1 range farther because they have a range of 5, so the 3 stones would go a farther distance. Another great thing about that is, if you have 3 stones rolling down the hill, and you see these kind of grayish objects here, these are kind of like rocks, or if you will. Units cannot actually walk on those rocks. As far as the stoners go, if any of those stones hits those rocks, the rock disappears. So if you put a tri-stoner near one of these gray rock things and they roll their stones, if one of their stones hits the rock, it'll disappear, but their other stones can keep going. As opposed to the regular stoner, if that one stone hits a rock, that stone is gone. The catapult, as you can see, has a longer range but less attack power. Can throw a stone far off and roll it. So I believe what the catapult does, it has the same range as the tri-stoner, but once the rock hits the ground, it still rolls a little farther. As opposed to, so it's kind of like an extended stoner, if you will. When the stoner is just immediately dropping the roll down the hill, the catapult will throw it, and then it'll roll a little farther. A fire catapult is essentially the same thing as the regular catapult, as you can see, with much more damage and much more range. 25 attack, and has a range of 6, and it throws a bomb far. So it throws a bomb, in this case, or fire bomb, and it hits the ground, explodes, doing damage around it. So as a catapult throws it, and it rolls, fire catapult throws and explodes. Again, best range. Since they are structures, I usually tend to put them a little bit farther back and closer to my base. So in case any of my mobile units fail, I still have structural static defenses. As you can see, each one of these units costs a different amount of gil, as you see at the top of the screen. The fighter's 400, the attacker's 420, 440 for the defender, shooter's 520, repairer's 480, and worker's 400, and so on and so forth. It'd be funny if the stoners were actually only cost 420 gil. That'd just be way too appropriate. But anyway, so I need to set up my units. I'm going to set up some mobile units down here. I'm probably mostly going to go with fighters, attackers, and defenders, shooters. I'm probably not going to put any repairers or workers out because the battle's probably not going to take long enough. I don't really need to worry about. I have plenty of money, so if I lose a unit, I'll just replace it right away. I don't worry about keeping it repaired. So let's see. I'm going to start off by putting attacker here and attacker here alongside defender and defender. And behind them, I'm going to put shooters. So I'm going to put a shooter here, a shooter here, and a shooter here. And we are limited on how many units we can have on the field. It'll let you know when you can't put any more because you'll have this X on the screen, meaning you can't put any more units down. So for defenses, usually the fastest enemy units are the wyverns, the flyers. So then they like to go up this path here to the right. So just for protection, I'm going to put a tri-stoner here. And then you see, you put it down, you can turn it where the red line is. That's the direction the rocks are going to fall. So I'll put it right about here, like about there. And the rocks fall. They should fall right down this direction, and they should help defend off the wyverns. I'm also going to put a fire catapult right here. You see the big red circle. That's where the bomb is going to land. I'm going to kind of support the tri-stoner. I put it right there. That way, in case the tri-stoner misses the target, or if it's in the middle of a reload, essentially, the fire catapult will probably back it up. And I'll put I'm going to put a regular catapult here, a little bit closer to kind of this catapult is essentially defending the fire catapult. So I'm going to put it right here. So if a unit gets close up to try to attack the fire catapult, the regular catapult should fend it off. And then over here on this line here, I'm going to put another tri-stoner and have it roll down that way. So this line here is my static defensive line. Nothing should be able to get by it. Enemy units usually don't come up this way, so there's really no point in me putting anything here. I got some room for some more units, so let's go another defender and then another attacker. What I'm going to do is when the battle starts, I'm actually have my attackers and defenders kind of go all together at one time. So if they come across whatever enemies approach, if it's their weakness or strength, the other will have their back covered. So as I'm moving down the field, if I come across the attacker's weakness enemy, the defender will back it up, and vice versa. The defender comes across its weakness enemy, the attacker will back it up. And then of course I'll be moving the shooters down behind them to act as a ranged defense against any enemies attacking them, especially considering that they're good against wyvern, which the the defenders are weak to. So I can put another shooter down. I'm going to go ahead and finish out with shooters here. So let's run right. Come on, right there. We'll go with another shooter and another shooter there. Alright, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I can have up to 20 units. So I've only got 15 right now. So let's go ahead and do some. Let's get some better support in here. We're also going to go with some neutral units, some fighters. One there, fighter there. We're going to put fighters over here. Our fighters are going to actually lead the charge. I'm going to actually have them go first because they are balanced unit. As you can see, there's an X on the screen, meaning I can't put any more units down. Now, as I move my units down the field, as long as I have a unit farther down the map, I can put units farther down beyond this red line if I lose any units. So let's say one of my shooters goes down, and I have my forces down here near the rock with the wood logs on it. I could actually put another unit down here near the rock, near the stone with near the rock with the wood logs, and not have to put it back up here behind this red line. Okay. With that done, I'm ready to go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set these, the turrets, your stationary, your static defenses, they fire automatically and reload themselves. You don't have to worry about anything there. The only thing you can control are the mobile units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all 5 of my mobile units head down this way and kind of create a defensive barrier the best they can right here in this gap here. I'm going to have my shooters and defenders block this path right here. Not a whole lot of enemies come up through here, so I'm not too worried about it. But if they do, I have my shooters to back them up. I'll probably send these first 3 behind my group of defenders and attackers through here, again for range defense, and keep these 2 here as a frontline defense, one ahead of my turrets. So if anything does sneak up over here, I can move my last 2 shooters over here to defend them. Again, these aren't guaranteed. These aren't lockdown strategies. These aren't the best strategies you can use. I've played RTS games before, like StarCraft, and I'm much better at them than I will be here. So if you're not good at RTSs, it's no big deal, because really the actual best thing to do at this point is to actually lose this fight. But in case you want to do this the right way, or you wanted to fight the battles at Fort Condor all the way up to this point, at least you know now how to do it. Okay, with that done, let's go ahead and push the cancel button. We're ready to start the game, and here we go. Battle starts. On the left-hand side of the screen, you see it says side 20 and enemy 1. Okay, that means we have 1 enemy on the field right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause it real quick because I want to explain the objective. The objective of this battle is to either eliminate all the enemies on the field or eliminate the commander when he appears. Eliminating all the enemies on the field is kind of difficult because they keep coming. But if you do happen to eliminate them all before the commander gets there, you've won the fight. Or just defeat the commander and you win the fight. Obviously, to lose, you have to allow them to get to the top, which we don't want to do. So let's go to unpause. You can control the speed from the right-hand side of the screen. You got low and high. Right now I've got it set for low because I want to explain what's going on here. And you see the red line appearing on the left-hand side of the screen. That shows you their progress, how far their highest unit is on the field. So if that red bar gets to the top, that means they've almost beaten you. And obviously the 20 means how many you got on your side. The 1 is how many they've appeared. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and order my troops. What I want to do is send all my fighters first. Action, move. I want them all to kind of clog up this left side. So move. You see everyone's starting to move. So action, move. You can see the turrets are my static defenses are already attacking. And you don't have to worry about your static defenses aren't going to you're going to get any friendly fire. Your static defenses aren't going to damage your own units. You don't have to worry about that. So we're going to move them all over here to kind of plug up this left side. Is he already moving? Okay, they're all moving. Alright, and I'll move my defender. Move them to start plugging up this side here. Going to move them down here. Defender move. Here. Attacker move. Here. Attacker move. Here. Defender move. Here. And attacker move. Here. Shooter number 1, or shooter number 2, but I don't care. You're going to be a backup and block this entrance. You're going to go here, and you're going to go here. Obviously, you can't move units on top of the rocks. You can see you don't let you do that. Alright, we got 3 enemies coming. As you can see, they're Beast, and a Barbarian. Okay, I'll go and speed the game up now. I got my orders going. You see my units moving like they're supposed to. There's the Tri-Stoner and my other defenses. Alright, they're heading down there to kind of cut off the enemy. We've got 5 enemies on approach now because we got the 3 beasts in the middle and 2 barbarians on the left. My attackers have reached their destination, so I'm going to let them all just get there. As you can see, they're much faster than the defenders. They're going to get to this position before the attackers will get there before the defenders. That's fine. They'll be able to back up the attackers once the defenders get there. My attackers already engaged the beasts. I find it will let you know that your units have raised their position. The barbarians, as you can see, have range. So we're now going to have all my fighters. I'm going to slow the game down once I get an opportunity here. I'm going to slow the game back down and catch all my orders and have them start attacking and moving toward these targets on the left. Because they're standing there and the barbarian is actually shooting them, so that's actually not going to work. I need to actually move up toward the target. Alright, which one is actually not moving? Right, you're the one not moving. Okay, so give you the action of attacking the one behind. Alright, now we'll speed the game back up here. Alright, there we go. My fighters are attacking over on the left. Alright, enemy destroyed. Very nice. Down to 4 enemies. Alright, the beasts are getting their ass kicked through them on the middle, so that's good. Okay, we're down to 5 enemies. The barbarian there trying to go over to the right side, but that's okay. My attackers are now handling the barbarian on the left. Still doing good. Still haven't lost any units too. That's good. That's another great thing. Oh, well, pretty soon like okay, alright. I need to move some of these guys. Alright, these guys are coming up on the right, so I'm going to move my shooters. I don't know what to do. I move these shooters over here, over to defend this point, because these guys are going up on the right like I didn't think they would, but it's alright. Have them move over here and defend this position. I lost a unit. That's perfect. I actually wanted to lose a unit right about now. That's fine. Alright, now what I want to do is down here, as you can see, I can put the red line has moved down farther. So now I can put something up here. What I want to do is I want to put a defensive unit here to slow down that barbarian for the shooters. So let me go ahead and back this up a little bit. And we'll go with a fire catapult. That'll do a lot of damage. And it'll back up the shooters when they get there. I'll keep these guys here blocking this entrance here. These guys are doing a good job blocking the left side. You're still doing fine. Enemies are getting past my front lines. Only lost 1 unit. I lost yet another unit. That's okay. We're going to back up with another fire catapult. Actually, we're going to go with a Tri-Stoner there. Let's go right there. Roll right across the path of that barbarian. There we go. Very good. That'll definitely slow them down. Right, we're losing enemies on the left. I'm going to go ahead and defender's kind of stuck, but that's okay. Alright, I want to put some static defenses here to slow those guys down. And I want to help out with another fighter. And him help engage these guys down here. I'm going to move this defender here over to the left side to help defend. Enemies, my right side troops are doing fine. They're cutting off those guys down there. As you can see, the balls, the stones that roll down, they'll hit multiple targets. So if there's multiple targets in their line of roll, if you will, they'll hit all those targets and do damage to each one of them. So that's real nice. Alright, we lost all our units on the left side, so Let's get this defender over here to help beat some of this stuff up. We lost some more units, so we're going to put some more shooters up here because we need the range because we got some wyverns down there. So let's put some shooters up here. Let's get a little bit closer. One more. There we go. Shooter right there to help defend the wyvern. Or help to stop the wyvern, rather. And shooter there. Okay. Oh, we lost a defender. That's okay. We'll throw down another shooter right here. Oh yeah, they're definitely helping that left side group. Like I said, the red line on the left is the progress of the enemies of their highest enemy. So on the map. So let's say they have one enemy that's way up near the top, and it's getting close to actually capturing it, or beating us. If we kill that enemy, the red line will suddenly disappear and go all the way back down to where their next highest enemy is. Alright, doing pretty good here so far still. Losing some of my short forces on the left, that's okay, we're still going to keep our shooters going. Shooter, alright. How are we doing on the right side? Right side is clear of enemies. Alright, very good. Keep our shooters going on the enemies over there. Alright, let's drop some more shooters down here since we've got wyverns on the way. Let's have you go after this beast here. Let's put down another shooter right here. And let's see, what was strong against barbarians? I forgot. Defender. Okay, we'll do a defender here, and I'm going to go after this barbarian right next to him. Alright, we're going to put some defense here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a turret, or a tri-stoner, right in here somewhere so I can find a place for it. Well, the defender's doing fine. I'll let him keep going. If I lose that defender, I'll probably put a tri-stoner where he's standing. How are we doing on Gil? Still got plenty of Gil. Okay, we're doing fine. Alright, that one's down. Very good. Alright, let's go ahead and put a turret down here. Let's get some tri-stoner here. Help with some defense there. Roll those stones there. Unfortunately, they don't move on their own, so you have to make them move to their target. Attack. There we go. Have them come after this guy. Attack. There we go. Alright. Okay, enemies, the wyvern appear up on the right. Sorry, we're still doing damage to him. That wyvern's almost dead. There we go. Very good. You can see why their red line dropped. Their line was at half. Now it's dropped to almost a quarter. That's very good. That's very good. All right, let's move that let's move this defender here up some. And the shooter can move up as well. Enemies can come up on the right side over there. Let's see if we can move these guys over here. Kind of block this path. Go after this guy. Go after this guy. And go after this guy here. Right side's getting a little overfilled. So I'm going to put something else down here real quick. Another tri-stoner. Right there, that looks real good. Especially if they get in a tight group, they should do, yeah, get some good rolling damage in. And that fire catapult is backing them up, so that's good there. Alright, lost a tri-starter there, that's fine. Still dealing a lot of damage there. You don't have any mobile units on the left side. So let's see if we can fix that. Alright. Let's put some shooters in here. And put another tri-stoner right behind it. There we go. Look at all that damage from all those rolling stones. All right. I don't mean to be the band either. Oh, lost that tri-stoner. So I'll put one right back in its place. Look at all the damage we're dealing with all those enemies. All right, let's get some more mobile units in here. Let's get another shooter up here. Put a defender here. How are we doing on the right side? Right side's still doing fine. A lot of enemies coming through the middle now, but I got these shooters here to defend. Let's go ahead and give them some backup defense. With, let's see, loses to Wyvern. Shooter beats Wyvern, so we'll go another couple of shooters. And Beast. What was strong against Beast? Alright, yeah, attackers. Alright, doing good, doing good. Back up to 20 enemies. We've maxed out again. Right side is still clear. Alright. We'll leave the defender there to help protect on that side. Let's get another shooter over here. Go against those wyverns. Good, very good. Alright, the enemy is on the field. You can tell, but this is the enemy commander. Commander 01. See, this is the big guy right here. This is the one we need to kill. We can forget all enemies and focus just on that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly that. Defender. Move to take on him. Shooters. Move. Take him on. This shooter here, I want to have him finish off this wyvern. And have the attacker go after the boss. Shooter, go after the commander. We'll slow the time down to make sure you get all these orders in. Shooter, go after the commander. Shooter, commander. Shooter, commander. Shooter, commander. Defender, commander. I know I'm moving on units out of position. That's fine. I don't care. I want as many units as possible to deliver as much damage as possible to the commander. Because no matter how high the enemies get, as long as we kill the commander before they get to the fort, we will defeat them. So the commander's got 100 some odd health. A lot of attacks coming. Oh yeah, we got this guy beat easily. A few more hits. 65, 38, 26, and he's dead. With that, halted enemy attack. And we've won the battle at Fort Condor, the final battle at Fort Condor. With this battle won, the Shinra will no longer attack. Alright, that's how you actually play that's how the correct way, if you will, to play the battles of Fort Condor. Like I said, if you fought them up to this point, or if you want to fight the other battles of Fort Condor, that's how you do it. You put the units on the field, order them to fight eventually try to fight the best you can at least, try to have your units fight their strength and avoid their weaknesses, and have backup units that can fight their weaknesses, back them up. You understand what I'm saying? So, the unit that's weak to the wyvern, have a backup that's strong against the wyvern, back them up. and then just defeat all the enemies on the field, or defeat the commander, and you've won the battle. That's how it works. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reload my save here, and I'm going to deliberately lose. I'm going to let the Shinra units climb the hill and get to this fort. We're going to deliberately lose the fight in the next episode of Final Fantasy VII. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the videos, the links at the end of this video for more of my videos, and thanks so much for watching. I'm Scoryth, the Renegade, and I'll see you later.